Good morning, everyone. This is Lord Holland 4293, and I have a replay sent in to me by Hipcanuck and his Kaga on Operation Killer Whale. Now, he has told me this is a really high damage gameplay, and you got a pretty good team with him today. In Alabama, Prince Hydric, Prince Oregon, Mines, Helena, and Ashores. Now, the Mind is actually from One Line, one of my former clans, so I know that's a good player right there. So, let's see how the Minds also does, folks. So right off the bat, he is going right for the battleship, which every carrier should do. He's going to set that fire, he's going to get the DCP activated, and he'll probably just use his torps. He knows what he's doing. I'm just curious to see how high his damage goes. Now, he does get a little bit of the fort there, AA, which kind of is unfortunate, but Kaga, it doesn't really matter with Kaga. She has the planes to negate it. I do like that how he is he does know what he's doing. He's approaching the battleship just right, at that right angle. He's getting around the flag, does take a bubble there, or two, but yeah, he's definitely lining up exactly how I would drop. I would have got a little bit closer, but double fires there, 4 bombs, almost 12,000 damage for a strike, and if you can get another fire on that, that's a solid fire. Really great start, really great start. When you get that kind of RNG, you know you probably have a good match coming, and we'll see how he does. It does lose a bomber there. Let's hope he gets a fire. Does he get a fire? Does bomb look good? Oh, no fire, but a solid 8. Almost 9k damage. There he goes. He is setting autopilot, it looks like. Well, he isn't going to use his torps. Interesting. And now what's also interesting is that his team, none of them have gone through the channel. And they haven't knocked out that fort, so he has to deal with that AA. So that's unfortunate. I think he's actually... Yeah, he is actually going to bomb the fort. Now, I normally would not recommend it, but he has set a fire on the fort, so that fort's going to burn. But he has no choice. He has to try to knock that fort out, otherwise it's going to hurt his planes in the long run. So he has no choice. I wish his team would have helped him take that fort out, because that would have helped him a lot. There he goes, getting to fire another 4 bomb hits. Pulls the plane back. Now he brings out the torpedo bombers because he knows he has a perma fire now, which is very smart. The hard part is that Bayern is in a really finicky position. He's right in that area where it's really hard to get torp strikes off. We'll see. We'll know if he has a torpedo arming distance on when we get this first strike off. If he has it on, then he'll have a little bit easier time. If he doesn't, he's going to have a little bit harder time. But I'm pretty sure Hip here will manage. I mean, he's basically taken half this Baron's health away. Does go a little bit wide there, but the torps do look good. And they are going to run nice and straight. Beautiful drop. Beautiful drop. He's going to take the Nuremberg. He does get an incapacitation and he blows the engine out. But he is smart. I mean, he's maximizing his strike ability at this point. I mean, there's no point to go back through the Nuremberg, because he's going to lose planes. So he's going to just send what he has left at the Gneisenau. If he can get that DCP done, then he can do a lot of damage. Now, he's going with the rest of his team through the top. But if you can get 1 or 2 of your teammates that go through the south way, you can bring your carrier up to where that fort was that was still alive. And you can get off a lot more faster strike. He only gets 2 torps, though, on the Gneisenau, which is unfortunate. But it does look like he is going to go in to go after these guys. But looks like, the Prince Eugen looks like he's... Prince Eugen, it's not looking too good. Not looking too good, folks. He's about out of third health, and I'm gonna go. He's more than likely gonna go down, but hopefully he can use those heals, because that heal is what's gonna get Prince Eugen still alive. I hope he stays alive long enough, because he is a really strong ship. It looks like he's gonna drop the transports for some easy damage, and then maybe make a strike on the battleships. Now, I do like that he has used his heals. From those that have seen Wet Pause's videos, he doesn't use his heals that often, but Hip here has already used 2 of them. He doesn't get a flood on that transport, and that's gonna stick. Ooh, 4 torps, very nice, very nice. And he's in a kind of a good position right now. He can attack from the reinforcements here. And he can just move his carrier up behind that island on his right to cover him from the reinforcements. So he's in a very nice position. He just picked up that transport. I mean, transports are always easy damage, but the Prince Eugen is still alive, and he's coming back in. Heinrich's at half health. So the team isn't looking too good. I mean, they're looking really good, but I hope the Prince Heinrich's torps, or Prince Eugen's torps hit, because he's gonna need it, because I don't think he's gonna get it though. Now he is going back in on the Bayern, which is smart. Now it looks like the mines from one line is gonna go up and deal with the north reinforcements, so that's great. That helps Hip out a lot. He knows that way he can only focus on the fort and the reinforcements around A10. Or A1. Sorry, A1, yeah. Mines will take the ones on A10. So, Hip knows he only has to worry about one side now. Prince Eugen will probably go down since Gneisenau now might hit him. It's unfortunate that the Prince Eugen will probably die. Alabama's in a really nice... I love where the Alabama's at. He's staying in a good spot. I'm looking to see it as smoking. I don't think yeah, the Alabama's not moving. He's staying right in that sweet spot between that island at G5, G6, and all those islands. So he can turn back out and go for the reinforcements at any time. He's in a good spot. That's kind of where you want to be in a battleship. I mean, I'd go a little bit further back, but it's still a good spot. You can still make it to the reinforcements at A1 from that spot. At this point, he's just helping clean it up. Now, in 37 seconds, the reinforcements do come in. And he knows that. He already knows they're coming in. Because he already knows, but he also probably knew that that battleship would die. So he's already sending his plane straight for the reinforcements. Hip here knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, folks. And when you get a carrier that knows what he's doing on Killer Whale, oh, it's a godsend. It's beautiful. Now they haven't knocked off those 2 board buildings on the south, so they'll have to knock those out to get that star, or at least one of them can get that star. 18 facilities destroyed. I'm sure they can get it destroyed. Now, I can't really tell if he has torpedo arming distance, but I'm pretty sure he does. Because I know Kaga would have a lot longer range. And he does get incapacitation, so if he can get a flood on that Fuso, he can, it'll stick. Not as great as fires, but it will stick. Now, let's see if he makes another run with these 2 planes. He does get a flood, so that is going to stick. He's going to go in with all the planes still. Now, he's already at a respectable 150,000 and almost near 150,000 in climbing. Yeah, he'll cross 150,000 easily. And that's still respectable damage for Killer Whale. Really respectable. Now, he's in a good spot. Except the evac south of him, so that's unfortunate. So he has to help clear the way for his allies, and Prince Eugen's the one that's going to be in the front, which is unfortunate, which is interesting, because he's not that healthy. Last we saw him, he was not healthy. Now look at him. He's already taken the Fuso down to half health, to at least a third of its health. And, yep, he's activating an energy boost. He could pop his repair party and make sure he can get that kill. But I have seen no reason why he can't get this kill on this next strike wave. Now, it is very tricky to do this kind of damage with a Kaga on the map. It really is. Now, doesn't look like he's going to get all the turrets, but he does incapacitate a turret. If he repairs that turret, he's going to get it permanent. Personally, I would have dropped used my heal to get a perm, so I could have that, maybe 2 extra bombers. But I mean, at this point, I don't think he really need worries about it. I think he's saving it. Yep, and he does pick up the kill, so he up here knows what he's doing. Look, he's already up to 34 torpedo hits. Like I've mentioned in my review, you really should only be using the torpedoes and the bombers. He has not used his fighters at all. He hasn't used them at all, folks. That's how you should be playing Kaga. And with proper plane management, there is no reason you could lose planes. I don't know what happened to them, to our 2-1 line, Blade Soul here. Maybe he DCP'd or something, he disconnected. But there is that battleship deck, that's unfortunate, because I don't think if the mines had DC'd or anything, he would have had that easily. So maybe he just took a lot of damage and gave up. I don't know. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt, and we'll say he DC'd. Which is unfortunate. It really is. It happens to everybody. At this point, he has no choice but to go for the Baron, because you can't let them enter the Haven. He has no choice. The good news is that the mines did take out the forts for him. So he doesn't have to worry about that AA, which is great. So kudos to the mains for doing that for him. At this point, it's just slowly whittling him away. Now you see how he dropped it? That Baron's just going to drive straight away, and he's going to drive straight into the torps. A flood and an incapacitation. The rudder's broken if it sticks. It does stick, so we know the Baron's going to turn out, or turn wherever he's going to go now. So, and with a flood, he slows down, so that gives Hip here more time to kill it. At this point, he's going to use his bombers. 3 torps, about 12,000 damage. Now look at Kick's damage. He's already up past my damage on Ultimate Frontier that I was in my review. He's already practically past that damage already. Or he is about to. He's gonna pass it. I told you it would be a high damage game, folks. Now, we do see that the mines, the Prince Eugen, and the Helena do go down. So he's gonna have a lot more damage to pick up. He is in a little bit dangerous because he is facing a Baron, but as I've stated, Kaga does have a decent enough armor. He has no reason to worry at this point. And the Baron's going to go down from those fires. He's going to go down. There's no reason for him to worry. I mean, it's going down. And just in time. It would have crossed that. Now, I think he didn't know if it would die, so he launched his bombers just in case, which is fair. I mean, you never know if it's going to die, if it's going to DCP. But he has basically crossed 70,000. LOL in chat. I mean, this is an amazing match. It's rare. It's great if a carrier crosses the 250 mark, but if you go beyond that mark, consider yourself in one of the elite groups. If you can get one game in a carrier that crosses the 300k mark, give yourself a pat on the back, because it's really hard to cross that threshold in a carrier. Any other surface ship, it's easy anymore to cross the 300k mark. But a carrier, it depends solely on the op. Now, he does get the fighter locked onto him, which is unfortunate, but that's what's nice about Kaga. It has so many planes, it can weather it. Now, he is in a pickle situation here. He's got a Nuremberg coming up on his butt, and he's got the Bayern coming in on him. So, he's in a very tricky situation here. And at this point, he has to basically protect himself. He's got no point. Fortunately, his team does look like it is going after the Fuso. And it is half health thanks to him. But they are not all looking that healthy. I mean, two of them are practically dead. All of them together, they have about Hip's health here. So it's not looking too good. And they do enter the Haven, so that's unfortunate. I really hope Hip doesn't die. I really hope he doesn't die. Oh. The fact that the fifth one showing up, it's when it starts to get really worrying. Double fires on the Baron, so that's going to stick. He's in a really tough spot now, because I'm really worried about that Nuremberg. But looking at his plane reserves, if he has enough torpedo bombers still that he can easily take it out. And he is kind of going forward. You just got to stay out of the range of the torpedoes. And he is in range, but that Nuremberg still has to show broadside to him. And the Baron's got fires. He's going to just keep going. He does get those plane kills, so he doesn't have to worry about those fighters no more. But he is going to have to take out that Fuso. And the team doesn't... I mean, that's a respectable... That's 350k. It's a respectable damage. Very well done from Hip here. I just wish his team could have helped him a lot more. And that battleship should have gone down. The last one. They could have had at least 4 stars, which is unfortunate. But still a very respectable game from Kick.